Hello. Have you thought about the quality of the surface water where you live? And do you know how this affects how you can use the water? Maybe not, but in Amsterdam, citizens who participated in the Clean Water Experiment during the summer of 2017 learned just how clean their water is. The Clean Water Experiment was a successful example of water quality monitoring by citizens. In this video, I will explain the aims and the setup of the project. I will first explain why citizens were involved in monitoring surface water quality in the first place. Surface water quality in Amsterdam is improving as a result of water management measures. Water is being increasingly used for recreation and other purposes like the irrigation of vegetable gardens. This intensive use leads to a demand for information on water quality in relation to how people can use the water. Citizens often don't have this information. By involving the citizens of Amsterdam in water quality monitoring, people get the opportunity to get to know their water firsthand. They also learn more about water quality. This may make it easier for them to make well-informed decisions about how they use the water. Water authorities can use citizen science projects to involve citizens and raise awareness on water quality. Another aim of the Clean Water Experiment was to enlarge spatial and temporal coverage of the water quality data in addition to the current monitoring by authorities. This improves the insight into water quality in the city. But how does one start a citizen science project like this? When starting a citizen monitoring campaign, there are 3 important issues to consider. First, you should clearly identify the aim of the project for all the parties involved. Second, who are the desired participants? What's in it for them, and what's their motivation? How do you recruit them? How do you interact with participants during the project? And third, what are suitable experiments? Which parameters should be measured? Which methods should be used? Where and when should you measure? And how will you collect and analyze the data? Let me show you how these issues were dealt with for the Clean Water Experiment. I already shared with you the aims of the various partners in the project. So, what about the participants and the experiments they did? The Clean Water Experiment was aimed at all citizens of Amsterdam, as well as the people who worked in Amsterdam who were interested in water quality. Because we wanted to reach a broad target group, participants were recruited via different channels, which included putting up flyers in supermarkets, posting to Facebook, and using the local media. In order to select motivated participants and to find out who they were, people were asked to register and fill out a questionnaire. Within 1 week, 500 people had signed up to do the experiments. Each participant received a water box, which included all of the materials needed to perform 7 experiments, 6 standard experiments, and 1 additional experiment of choice. The parameters measured were clarity, color, temperature, odor, taste, observation of birds and macrofauna, visual contamination, and E. coli bacteria. These experiments were mostly sensory in character and were easy to perform. A printed instruction manual and online instruction videos were provided to support participants in conducting their experiments. It took participants 5 to 10 minutes to perform all 7 experiments. They uploaded their results to our website using their smartphones. So, this is how the citizens of Amsterdam performed their experiments. Now I will tell you where they assessed water quality. Participants could do measurements wherever and whenever they wanted. This resulted in a good spatial coverage of measurements in Amsterdam. For some locations, Repeated measurements resulted in time series that revealed temporal variations in the water quality parameters. After 3 months, 1,000 measurements from 261 participants were uploaded. This means 1,000 sessions of up to 7 experiments. All the results are accessible to everyone, even non-participants. With weekly news flashes, participants were informed about the relevance of the parameters that they were monitoring and kept up to date on interesting results. So, now you know what the clean water experiment looked like. We looked at the project aims, participants, and experiments. Where do you see the potential to initiate a citizen monitoring campaign?